What up, SK family? It's your girl KG. Hope everyone had an amazing day on purpose. If you are watching the replay, go ahead and put hashtag replay in the comments. The way you know you're watching the replays when you look up, you don't see that live red box. That means you are watching the replay. If you're new, meaning you never watched any of our lives before, go ahead and put hashtag new in the comments. Want to welcome you to the SK family. And if you're watching us live, go ahead and put hashtag HeySK in the comments and go ahead and drop that clock. Why? Because every day we are reclaiming our time. My name is Katia Green. This is my lovely wife, Stephanie Green, and we make up HeySK. We are your superheroes of self-care, also known as transformational mentors. We help wounded healers activate their inner child so they could live a bold, fun, and free life. Who don't want to live a bold, fun, and free life? We're here for another evening, Wednesday at HeySK After Dark. So tonight's topic, we're going to be talking about the double standards in dating. The double standards in dating. And while we are getting our little thinking caps on, we're gonna kind of like show y'all a little something real quick.
Which one to start with? I'm so excited. We've got some banging stuff.
Yes.
I'm so excited to
So let's get that out the way.
So we can start. We can do a little show something.
And then, yep.
All right, what do you want to start with? I'll let you pick.
So every month we have we started this year off with doing a monthly connectivity, play on words. And that particular design will be $20 the whole month. You can get $20 the whole month. So this month being the love month, we have chosen a design for this month. We have a one for individual and one for couple, but we made the couple one for ourselves so you can actually see it. I have mine on under here, but I'll show you it on the hanger, and I'll take my hoodie off and show you how it looks on the person. So this is the shirt. It says Love Tank, fueled by my wife, obviously, because she's married to a woman. This can also say my husband. So if you in a dynamics where there's two men, two women, however, man, woman, whatever, and you can just get the perspective number of the shirt you need with the correct wording.
Oh yeah,
and we got you.
Oh, hold it back up again. And I want to also note that you do have a purple option if you like purple over red.
Yeah.
So where you see the red with the E, this check mark, little heart, and then the fueled by will be like a beautiful purple. If you prefer that instead.
And I love this design because we speak on speaking your partner's love language. Mm-hmm. So when you don't speak your partner's love language, their love tank will be all the way over here. And trust me, just as much as you try to keep it this way, there's always someone waiting to turn it back that way. So just make sure you do your part with showing your partner. It won't always stay completely on full, but we need to keep it as close to full as possible. That's why you do your daily check-ins and all that type of stuff.
Yep.
So I have a little project I'm working on, but we're going to get to that. Let's dive a little bit into our topic.
Okay. Oh, you gonna do people like that?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. All right. Well, I can start off. So I've been seeing a lot of comments. Huh?
Where's my phone?
I've been seeing a lot of comments.
That's your phone. Let me get some of my peep symphony.
I see a lot of comments talking about, was it Lori Harvey, and how she's always dating somebody different. And I see a lot of comments saying that she might be considered easy by some, or that she's she gets around, and a lot of just implying that she is. I don't want to get blocked. I don't want to get blocked on Facebook for saying that, but that is the implication that she's out there and she's for the streets, and that's where she should be.
Oh wow.
If you were so, I mean, I'm paraphrasing.
I'll share with some of the stuff I heard too.
Yeah, I'm paraphrasing. And I just wonder why. Why does she get so much hate for doing what really we all should have done or been doing when we were single? You were supposed to date openly until you want to settle down. Like, you shouldn't be committed to every single person you date just for the sake of it. And just every single person you date doesn't mean that they should have access to your body. So why are we assuming that she's dating openly? Like, dating openly.
Mm-hmm.
That she's screwing every single guy that she dates. Why are we going to assume that?
Yeah, I also heard,
and even if she was, right. Why does it matter?
Yeah, I've also heard a few of the things. I haven't really dived deep into it, but like I see a little bit on my timeline, and they were just pretty much saying she's running through good men. But I was like, why is that term used when women openly date? People, I know people have gotten away from openly dating, but that's a thing. No. You go on different dates with people.
Now you just
like you don't have to. The first thing you see that look good don't mean you have to exclusively commit to that person. And like I heard, like, yeah, she's going through some good men, and it's messed up that she's going through good men. But I'm just like,
good is relative, for one. But also, just because they are good men doesn't mean that they are right for her. And she could very much be like, you're a really great guy. I like the way you do XYZ, but you just don't do it in this particular area. Doesn't mean that they won't do it for another person. That's what makes us so unique and special, is that we don't all have the same taste. And what works for me may not work for you. And what works for her may not work for me, or may not work for you. And all the things. Hey! So it's important to take that into consideration. And again, things are not always what they seem. They might appear to be great guys. It could be trash. And she was like, I'm out before this gets too much. And she leaves like she should do, which most of you guys should have done. I feel like a lot of people, especially those people who get married extremely young, they may not have done enough of that. Maybe they did. And they're like, sometimes, and I'm not knocking those people, but I feel like a lot of people who get married very young miss out on that opportunity to really like dibble and dab and see what works for them. Again, I'm not saying you have to screw every single person you date. If you do, I don't care, but I'm not implying that before you say, hey, SK told me that. No, I did not. And I did not. I just told, just learn, even personality wise, things you like, your dislikes, how you like, and this is literally in terms of how you want to be treated and how you want to be loved. Like, you have people who see what Katia does for me, and they're like, oh my God, that's great. I love it. I wish I had that. Or some people are like, that is not my thing. That's not their jam. She said, folks need to stop judging, especially when you don't know the situation. Exactly. Like, they might be good men and they might not be. They might be great on the outside, but in relationships, they suck. Like, they don't know how to connect with women other than the WYD text messages.
Hey, Drizzle.
Like, nowadays, that seems to be the thing. WID, y'all chilling, and next y'all booed up, bunned up, and there's no date. Then you be in the same one of these marriage groups. We've been together 2 years and we've never done anything, nothing romantic, because you didn't date the person and then decided this person wasn't for you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like kind of how we were taught to date and love is backwards. I say this all the time, and I will say it till I close my eyes. How we were taught to date is backwards. We're taught to get all mushy, get all emotionally invested in someone. Then it's like you'll learn them, but my thing is that's backwards to me. Versus when Steph and I met, we knew each other from work. We didn't for 3 years, never thought about it. But when it was made known what she thought about it, I wasn't thinking about. Well, either way, my point, that's not my point. My point is when we started dating and we made both known that we were interested in each other, we talked about them heavy hitters, family, finances.
Do you want to get married?
Do you want to get married? Do you like to travel, or are you opposed to traveling? Are you a clubber? Are you not a clubber? That stuff need to be asked up front, because guess what? People need to come ready for love and not looking for help. Like, I'm not trying to change nobody. I ain't judging you. If you gonna bounce that ass up in the club every weekend, you're not the woman for me. I'm not telling you to change that. Keep on. There's a woman or man out there for you. It just ain't me.
I feel like a lot of the times people have sex too soon.
That's it.
And that's a personal opinion. I'm all for sexual liberation and doing what you want to do, but I feel like people have sex too soon and they're not having the hard conversations first.
Mm-hmm.
So look, my thing is, if y'all meet, you have a one night stand, this is what it is, and you're on one accord, do your thing, be safe, do what you need to do, But then you have so many people who don't communicate. They don't say, hey, I really like you before they engage. Or they'll say, hey, I'm not really feeling it. Like right now, I just need to get my rocks off and I'm not looking for anything more. They don't want to say that because a lot of times they know that if they say that, chicken to you mostly men, if they tell you that, you're not going to do it. So they fake like they like you, and it drives women batshit crazy. I feel like if people would just have these hard conversations up front, look, you're fun. I think you're sexy, but look, I don't want to date you. Like, I'll never forget in college, I had this dude who strung me along for years. He would always say, not ready to be in a relationship. Well, what he didn't say was with you. Then we want to do, I remember one summer, he told me all summer long, he's like, yeah, I'm not ready to be in a relationship. And then we get back to school and I was like, hey, you want to hang out? And he was like, I got a girlfriend. So what you didn't say was, I'm not interested in being in a relationship with you. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, to say those words, I personally, which would have rather have been told that, rather than, thinking there was a potential for things where there wasn't. I might have made some different, choices differently. And I'm sure a lot of people would, but it would have saved a lot of heartache if you understand from jump, this is what it is. There is no confusion. But he knew that at the time, I think it was a back pocket. It was a back pocket. He wasn't quite ready to settle down on wifey material. He later came back and said that. But, just communicate and have those feelings. I mean, conversations about your feelings up front. So then the person can choose. So we're talking about Lori, and maybe she's having these conversations, and why she's going through all these men is because she's like, look, you're great. This ain't working for me. Or, I don't know. Like, we're not in there. Yeah, but I just don't understand why they are vilifying her for doing things that we should be doing. I mean, most of us have done that. I mean, hopefully, especially those of you who got married later, later 20s, you had time to date and stuff. It's just unfortunately that she's a public figure dating other public figures. So everybody knows, like, you know what I mean? It's like basically everybody seeing your track record, seeing your lineup.
But people also assume that you're sleeping with people. Mm-hmm. Like that is, and I think that's the thing that people think. Just because she's dating doesn't mean she's sleeping with these people.
That part.
Like, just if you sleep with everybody you chill with, that's you. So maybe you're using your brain, and a lot of people projecting their holisha ways on her. She might not be, but if she is, it's her business.
Oh, I got another double standard we can talk about after you share what you want to share. This is about to get really heavy, though. If you got anything else to say on this one, if you guys are watching live with the replay, go ahead and comment your thoughts on this particular double standard. I got another one that's gonna ruffle some feathers, and I'm gonna let you share first before we dig deep into that one.
Okay.
We've talked about this, but I just remembered. I was like, that's technically a double standard, so let's do it. Okay.
So I'm working on this project. You'll see beautiful pictures and all product pictures later, but I'm going to sneak peek y'all tonight with different items in my said project. So I did not know that there was a controversy around this particular piece of candy when I made this. So no, it's not up, fingers up to those people. But I'll share with y'all the story behind this said piece of candy.
It makes it even funnier though.
Yes, it makes it even more funny. So I wanted to do a little project. So
don't forget, y'all watching, tag your bestie, spread the love, help us help you. We can, while she pulling this out, I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. Y'all liking these games and stuff that gets posted on this page. If y'all are watching from ASK or the group, and y'all are engaging in that and you're loving that, and we love that for you. We love games, and we have incorporated play in as our brand as much as all the other stuff. However, what we need from you is to interact with other stuff on this page outside of the games as well. Just because you like something, heart something, tag a friend, or share it does not make you obligated to buy. It is, however, a free way to support and help if you cannot or have already purchased or don't want the item or items posted. Just some food for thought. We love playing games. It's a nice break in our work day as well as it is for your work day. And we don't mind doing it, but we need you to keep that same energy when other stuff is posted. And we're going to keep saying this again. And if we can't get it, we're going to have to stop posting and post something else, because Facebook is a numbers game, an algorithm game. And so you guys are going to say, well, I don't see those posts. Make sure your notifications are set so you do see all the posts. And then also take some initiative and go look and go interact with it. So Facebook goes, oh, you want to see more of this? Yes, you do. Because if you do, that means other people. The more people who see those posts and don't interact with it, the more that Facebook is going to tank them and think that they're spam or they're not interesting. So we need you to like it, love it, comment, great work. We love this. This is so beautiful. Thank you for the reminder. This is so inspiring. I'm giving you just things. Just type it just to help us out.
And I know it's crazy because I was in the field for a weekend, did not post at all.
I think I posted a couple reels.
As soon as I came back Monday and started posting Family Feud, that y'all were attacking those Family Feud posts.
Hey,
Jen, we're talking about the double standards of dating. But right now, I'm sharing with y'all something. But so we just want both. Interact with, you are on a business page. Just say that. Hey, SK. I don't know if you thought we was game show hosts. That's one of our hats. But we also we also are business owners. So while you on Hey SK page or you in the lounge, because we have a private lounge as well. So if you're not in there, get in there. And we are a business. So you like the business page. We, like Steph said, we do a lot of fun activities. This right here is one of our other things that we do. But we also gonna post stuff that we offer. And just like you don't have to purchase it if you do choose not to, but you can say, hey, that's nice, share. So that's off our soapbox. But I'm working on a little project. So we just got these in. Like I said, we like to vet our items before we sell them. We could just put stuff out there and sell anything, but just know that if you get it from Hey SK, 9 times out of 10 we have it in our closet and we wear it, i.e. this hoodie we have on right now.
Yep.
It's one of our Power Up exclusive designs. But I'm working on a project, and before we get back to our deep topic, we taking a little break, and I want to show y'all what we got in. So the funny part is this particular candy has a controversial issue I did not know of prior to me designing this. When I think of something, I put it together. You will see it all nice and bundled up once I get product pictures. I do photography, so once I get my pictures together. So this is the piece of candy that has the controversy. I did not know this. Y'all know they have the talking M&Ms, right? On like Saturday Night Live and all these shows. So they're taking the M&Ms, is pulling their M&M people off because somebody complained because they made one of the M&Ms trans.
How dare they be inclusive?
And they went bananas talking about y'all too woke. So they pulling all the M&Ms, like the ones that talk.
The characters.
So, the characters.
The M&M characters.
Yeah.
Not the candy, the characters.
Yeah. The characters.
How
from off the
dare
talk
you
shows.
Be inclusive? How dare
so
you?
I was making an M&M bundle.
She's been talking about this.
I've been talking about this for a minute. So I'm working on not just talking about it, but putting things into action. Hey, if it flop, it flop. But I put effort, because one thing about it is when you do something, you have something to work with. It might not work out initially for you, but then you have something to work with. Like, dang, that didn't work, but this worked. And
way too much time.
So I thought it was funny because I'm a lesbian married to a bisexual woman, and they cut the damn M&Ms because of some making a trans M&M. So I just thought it was hilarious. So now when I show y'all all the stuff I've done, I'm gonna have a ball with my stuff. Well, anyway, these are coasters. So when you're looking at these are things that we make. This is not your average coaster, but it's a nice coaster.
That is nice. It's not the hard
ones.
It's not the hard ones,
but it's nice. But it's nice. And it has the black backing.
Like
imagine your logo of your business owner. If you want some of your kids, your husband, you and your husband, your dogs, whatever.
Your favorite team.
Yeah, your favorite team. Your sky is the limit. So I'm just showing you what I got. And
non-slip.
Yes.
Like, yeah, non-slip. It is a non-slip.
Yeah. So we like the vet. This is our first time ordering these, but I like them. And then we have coasters to match our connectivity of the month. Y'all, we've showed that already. Every month we will have a design. Yeah, every month we will have a design, and that shirt will be $20. Normally our shirts are $30, but this is our shirt of the month. It's talking about filling your love tank, and we have one that says husband for all those who are heterosexual. We do not leave no dynamic out. It just so happened these are our shirts. Right. I have mine on, so I'm about to actually take my hoodie off.
So yeah, we can do husband, and then where the red, if you missed it, where the sea red, we can make it beautiful purple for you. Those are options, whichever works. So like she said, whatever your dynamic is, you have husband, wife, husband. Like we really don't care.
We don't
just go buy as many shirts. It's one per person, so buy as many as you need to fit your dynamic. Tell us husband, wife, what color. Boom, bada bing.
So you can see it on an actual person. This is how it looks. No, we're not. So this shirt, this design, and then we have another design for individuals. This is the love month for us. It's not, we don't do Valentine's Day. We focus on love. So whether you in a romantic relationship, but within that romantic relationship, you're also an individual. So self-care is important. That's what we talk about. Self-care isn't selfish. It's one of our exclusive designs. Self-care isn't selfish. So you have to take care of the individual that makes up the us. The two individuals need to take care of themselves. That makes the union stronger. So
I can show you that.
That is the design.
Sorry. Extra heavy on the self, and inside the self, it says confidence, respect, worth, and love. That's what's inside. Of course, it'll be bigger. This is a phone.
Right. So we don't have that one actually on the shirt yet, but this one we do. So we can rock it. So what else I got is we got some PJs.
Oh yeah, you know we did the Power Within PJs.
Y'all know. So I got the bottom. I may have black. I'm the orange M&M, but I made mine half black, half red. I mean orange. And then it has the M&M. This is gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, that's like orange, like pumpkin orange, like an actual orange, like orange M&M color orange.
Mm-hmm. So that's mine.
Oh yeah.
And Steph has them.
You can pull out something while I'm doing this. All right. And then we did the shorts. Look how cute. And then I've got the tank. This is satin, super comfortable. I slept in my Power Within, and if you know me, I do not wear pajamas, but those I slept in. So
it has the matching slippers. These slippers are actually nice. Honestly, like they're house slippers. You can't be trying to go throw these on and fight somebody.
But they're padded here. You do have your non-slip sole on the bottom. And I would say they fit true to size. I got a small. I'm between 6.5, 7, depending on the shoe size. And they fit. And I've got fat feet, and they still fit up here. So there's that. So this is my little.
And I got the I got the M&M. I'm the orange. We got different color M&Ms, but like I said, we're just showing the M&M. I mean the M&Ms. And this is a large.
The items?
Yeah. The items we got. The slippers. We just tried. These are our first time doing the slippers, and I like them. Like I got a large in them because I wear a 10 in women, and I actually still have a little room. I wouldn't go no smaller because I think the medium might be like toe to heel perfect, but I like a little room.
Yeah, we'll definitely be adding these to the shop and other designs for sure.
So just know that all the stuff you're seeing, if you got a logo, if you want to design something, if you want to get your kids something, we like this better. I'm pleased.
She said she likes how the inside of yours are black.
Yeah.
She did it that way.
I did it that way. She could have had black too, and it would have been black and pink in the inside. Yeah, I could have made.
So basically, if you're thinking, oh my goodness, you have an upcoming event, anybody getting married, you want to have something for your bridesmaids, we can put like I Do Crew and put something in the middle. As you can see, these are customizable completely.
So I could change this color.
You want to propose to your bridal party? Food for thought.
The sky is the limit around here.
It is.
Okay. When we move, you're going to see even more. And then I got one more thing to show y'all. And once I take a picture, I'll show you the whole bundle.
Yeah.
But I'll have all the bundles. And it will come with a tumbler too. So we do tumblers. So it will come with a tumbler.
Oh, yeah. You got one more item.
The blanket. Yeah, I said that.
Oh, you said we got one and you showed the tumbler.
I forgot. I was just saying
the tumbler wasn't the last item.
No.
Got it. Okay. There you go.
Yeah. So.
All right. So while she's getting the last item, I'm going to do a quick recap. So we talked about the double standards in dating, and we talked about how they vilify Lori Harvey for running through a lot of good men, and how the double standards are, if men do it, it's cool. She does it, it's a problem. When in theory, when we were all single, or if you are single, that's what you should do. You should date until you find the one that tickles your fancy and pushes more buttons than they, pull. That type of thing. So I have another double standard, which is really going to ruffle some feathers, and this is going to be a tough one. But so before we move on, what are your thoughts about that? Dating openly. Do you feel like you should date till you marry? Date openly until you're ready to settle down. I feel like not enough people do that.
Nope.
They don't communicate their wants and their needs, and that's why so many people have so many situationships, because one person caught feelings and didn't communicate, or maybe they did and the other person toyed with them because they knew if they told them the truth that they would no longer get what they were benefiting from that person.
Right.
So that's funny. Our cans kind of match our M&Ms. At least the top. But that's kind of that part. So she's got one more item. that she's going to
one style, two
right.
colors.
Right.
So it'll come the bundle that I'm working on. So it'll be 2 blankets, 2 pair of pajamas, 2 slippers, 2 tumblers for whoever, or if you want to do a single, and it doesn't have to be M&M, but
yeah, we just did
M&M because I want. So each one of us have our M&M blanket. It's big, so you're not probably gonna see the whole thing.
That's 60 by 80, so it's 80 this way, 60 that way. Mm-hmm. That's like 5 feet. The short way. Don't ask what 80. I don't know how many 80 inches is. And she said yes, day 2, right? She said how much for the blanket? It depends on the size you pick.
We can get the link put in the comments because we have it on our page.
It's on our website.
Huh?
Is it on our website?
Yep, it is the link, and it has all the sizes. This one would be 100 for this size. You don't have to get M&Ms. This is Steph's, the pink one. You can get people. We've done. Y'all seen my 80s baby? We could put an anniversary blanket. You and your spouse, your kids, any character, just be, some characters that we do, we will not put it on our website, but we will do it.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. We will not put it on our website because they flag websites for certain things on there, and I'm not trying to, but let us know. We'll do it that way. But the actual, all you do is purchase the blanket. When you purchase the blanket, Steph just put it in the comments. So if you don't see it now, you could probably see it when we get off. Like it'll be clickable.
It should be clickable. It's clickable.
Okay.
It's not hyperlink, but it's clickable. Same thing when I tag the group above it.
Cool. Mm-hmm. It just, when you pick the size, put it in the comments what theme you want, and if it's pictures that you want me to send me, the email is in the body of the description of that item. I'll email you and send them to us.
Don't forget, it needs to be high quality.
Yes.
If you send me a blurry photo, it's going to be blurry, blown up. Think about that and make sure you have a right to the image.
Yep.
No screenshot of a screenshot. Yeah, or a picture of a picture. No. Those don't do very well. I mean, they don't do very well. So we asked if you do want to use a picture, scan it. That might be the best bet. Y'all, well, my face down there. Yeah, we'll put your face. If you want to put your face, you want to troll your husband and make a funny face and be like, oh. Or
I gotta show y'all something.
Oh, speaking of faces.
Yes.
Speaking of faces. Yeah, we'll put whatever you want. Like we can put, if you want to do like a team, whether it be like a high school team, AAU team, NFL, one of those major teams, we can do that. If you want like a theme, like if you love Little Mermaid, Disney, we gotta be careful with stuff like that, but we could do it offline, of course. Who?
Your 80 baby thing?
No, you need the other one. Speaking of faces.
I had that.
Oh, I wore those. Oh, no, it's in there. Look on the left. No, I didn't. A sexy pics I'm thinking for my husband's B-Day. Yes! Definitely. We could do that too. What y'all think about this, Lauren? That's gonna be fun. Hey. Hello. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Oh, but yeah, she said what? Oh, hey girl, how you doing? Welcome.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Okay, she found it.
So I just want to know what's your thoughts. Oh yeah, I want to know what your thoughts is on this Lori. What's it?
Harvey.
So that's what we're talking about. I know I took a break and we showed y'all what I got in. Y'all the first people to see sneak peek of my items that I'm putting my M&M bundle together. So you'll see the pictures all beautiful up when I put everything together. But our topic is talking about the double standards in dating, and we was around the Lori, how you pronounce her name? Harvey.
Jesus Lord.
And how people been dragging her because she's openly dating. They saying she's running through all these good men. Yeah. And I feel like open, we don't do enough open dating. We see the first bald head. and we just melt. He see the first big ass and he, oh my God. And then you just in bed and it's a wrap. And then now your judgment is clouded and you just get caught up. So, Steph did give some pointers. She mentioned that, sometimes people, depending on the maturity of the person, they may have sex too soon
without having proper conversation.
So yes,
you know what time it is. Look, I'm really feeling you, and another person be like, nah. Rather than say I'm not feeling you, they just like, they string you along because they know if they tell you the truth, you're not going to give it up, and they want the goods. Oh, speaking of faces, before I get on, I'm about to darken it up. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah, Steph about to darken it up, but y'all know this is SK After Dark, so we always tell you bring your drinks if you drink.
Yes.
And bring some humor, the light humor, the dark humor. We talk about all topics around here, but I wanted to also show y'all something else we do.
Oh yeah. If you got any other double standards, drop them.
If you got any other double standards, yeah, I was about to say that too. We also can make custom boxers. These are my boxers I'm wearing.
Got my wine with the straw. Oh. But she said, speaking of faces, do
y'all recognize that face? Do y'all recognize that face?
I don't think she is. I think because she's a spotlight and has a pool of people she can work with. It's kind of like dating in a school. Everyone knows everyone. So it seems bad. I hope that makes sense. Yeah. Yes, it's exactly what it is. We said that people... we did that people need to do more. So what she's doing, like, it's just unfortunate. She's a public figure dating other public figures, so it's all wide open. But you really should be dating, and she probably is meeting these dudes, and they might be great dudes, but they just might not be great for her.
And it's okay. And if many of you don't know, I am a 2-time single author, 4-time collaboration author, and in my first book that I wrote to my by myself, I talk about openly and exclusively dating, and there's a difference. And when you know what I'm saying, there should be openly dating, like meet people, hang out, have fun. And I think, break up the monotony of just being serious when you go out there dating, have a good time. But the caveat to openly dating is honesty, conversation, and integrity. Like, you have to have that. Don't string nobody along openly dating. Don't have them thinking they're exclusive and they not, because it's not okay. And I think her, like you said, she doing her own thing.
That's right.
But anybody recognize his face? These my boxes, y'all. I mean, that gives it away.
Talk about some. So that's what I said. Speaking of faces,
trying to get ate up is what it says. So we do custom boxes, and we make.
I know that hair.
And we make custom panties.
What was it? The blue hair was the giveaway? The blue ends?
I designed these because I'm an 80s baby, and so is my wife.
Is her face not in there enough already?
I needed a little closer, okay?
She can't take me down there to work, so she want
to
take me on the go.
I need her on the go.
That's funny.
Yeah, but we make these, yes.
For when she's for when she's at work. That's right. But yeah, when you said face for a blanket, I was like, speaking of faces, I forgot about that one. We can do anything with that too.
Anything.
She said did.
Yep. Anything.
So if you want to do something, for the love month, B-Day, Father's Day, Mother's Day, whatever.
Yeah.
Any day. Right, any day. So you want to put your face
just on it. Know that we could all just ask us, we probably could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said, I'm trying to put my ass on this.
Hey,
if you send this in an email, it will not. It'll just be what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, and not everything gets made. We don't post everything we make.
Nope.
For a reason such as that. Or, right. I mean, we haven't had anything that risque yet, but some people have entrusted us to do their exclusive designs. They're not quite ready to share with the world. So we made them their item. We took pictures for our own reference. So we can have it for our own work. But we didn't post it. No. We used to work in the mental health field, so we understand HIPAA and confidentiality. Still pre-romance consultant, so we understand that what you buy, I don't broadcast sales.
Like,
Yeah,
oh, that would be cute. If
That
you
would
put
be-
a picture of your.
stop it.
Yeah, that wouldn't go up there, but that would be for me.
Right, but we wouldn't post it. It wouldn't be posted. Point blank period. It would just be, thank you for your order. Appreciate it. You know. But she was like, my ass is ice, but I don't know if that is identified. Oh, nice. But I don't know that it's identifying. It could be if you got any tattoos on or any like dimples or anything. It could be identifying.
Somebody might remember that ass, Jen.
Ooh, she said I have a whole boudoir shoot on CD ready for you. Yes. Whenever you are ready to have those printed, we can do canvases too. Yep. So we can print the pictures on a canvas or any of the other items we've shown. If you want to put it on a coaster, you want to put it on a car mat, like whatever you want to do. Whatever, we're here for you. What do you
Get my blanket covered.
Oh, you cold now. Okay, so. Ooh, hold on. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. Well, I really want to get in this, and I don't want to be like, hold on. So, hold on while she gets
Yes. So, I don't think sis is doing too much. Like I said, I agree with y'all. I think because she's a public figure, that's why she getting so much grief. She should be able to do what she wants. But I just think that because we are an internet society today, you know, even before COVID, people just real bold. They would say certain things that they would never say in nobody's face, but some of the hateful things people say on this internet is beyond me. I've seen some stuff. I'm just like, you wouldn't dare say this to somebody's face.
And I also think a lot of people who make these comments about her are jealous that she's dating these attractive, wealthy, and successful men and that they'll never get. That was my thought. I got kids, haven't put them in a book, haven't trusted anyone until now.
I understand that.
Oh, trust me, I do.
Trust me, I get it.
I do.
I definitely get it.
Yeah, we could definitely do that for you.
I definitely get it.
For sure. For sure. So y'all ready for this next double standard? And they can't get one
at all.
Period.
Oh yeah, I'm ready for this double standard.
So,
if y'all got some, put them in the comments. We can address them too.
Here's a heavy one. That I saw a reel posted, and I think she posted probably on TikTok too. But basically, we always cheer on when teenagers have intercourse with older women that are above the age of 18. Whereas if a girl does the same thing, you automatically classify it as what it is. I'm going to say it again. So a woman, a girl, whether consensual, go with consensual. We'll keep it lightish. Consensual, has sex with an older man above 18, it's classified as pedophilia, right? Or molestation, right? But if a teenage guy, does the same thing, he gets a high five. It's a rite of passage. Can we talk about that double standard? And can we talk about why that is? Yes, it is. Yes, they are. They are. And that's why I said, we'll say consensual, but people still want to vilify the man and say that he's a pedophile and all these things, which rightfully so. I mean, but if a guy does it, it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Like, why do you think that is?
I think it is. It's the same. I think it's just like, I've been in my own world, honestly. You know, even in the LGBT community, it's a lot of stuff that I'm not privy to because I just don't be really paying attention. Like, I'm in tune enough, but I just think it's just like men glorify their sons and they chastise their daughters like all the time. Like they're like, and even moms, women are generally harder on their girls than they are their boys. My grandmother was so hard on me, so like nitpick. My cousins in the streets selling drugs, getting in juvie, all of that. But yet I still got hounded about my homework. My grandma was so hard on me as a girl. But they let them boys, oh, they just being boys. I got to keep my room clean. Boys' room smell like ass and feet. And the mom going in there cleaning up the boys' room. And I'm just like, the girls got a clean house. Boys just look at them clean. Like, there's no standard.
Guys are judged based on their masculinity. I think as a society, we associate that with sexuality.
That's a good way of putting it.
That is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I mean, I
see it.
Right.
It's not an excuse.
No, it's a messed up double standard. It's messed up. And I think the real was, she was like realizing that guys think that sleeping with an older woman is a rite of passage, when really they were just being molested. It was like, they promised that you can't force somebody to be traumatized if they're not traumatized. We're not saying that the experience is traumatic, because it might not have been. I mean, for the 17-year-old, it might not have been no trauma associated with it. She agreed to it. He preyed on her. She agreed to it. And she was at peace with the decision when she made it. That's because doesn't mean it doesn't make it any less right. And I think that's the part that people are not getting. Yeah. That's a good point about the masculinity for sure.
Yeah. And it's just crazy, like, and I thought about this. I said this is just the most masculine, manly world there is. Like, everything is just surrounded by the male species. Like, everything, it's just crazy.
It's really sexist.
And that, yes, it's very.
Sexist.
Yes, sexist so much. And like, you know what I'm saying? And it's not even like, it's so, and I didn't realize that, like I said, I've always stayed in my own lane. But like, when you take on a role of being like a speaker, you have to be privy to a lot of things that's going on. You don't have to consume it, but you need to be aware of what's going on around, so you have to be relatable. One of the biggest things of client attraction is of being relatable. And that doesn't mean you have to live that life, but you have to understand. So yeah, I just think it's crazy.
Yes.
Sure, we open. This is after dark. If you willing to share, we here to listen.
Right. Just said, I know people believe boys can't be manipulated because they are men, but girls are easy to manipulate. So that's the only reason why a grown man get in with the little girl. Facts, which is probably, I would say, the opposite in real life. Probably is the opposite. But yeah, I got a real life double standard too. Hold on. She said, I got 14 by 19 when my foster mom wanted to dry his ass, but I would take his name to the grave. We both did that. Oh,
yeah.
See? Right. See? But then it had to been flipped. They'd have been like, good job. Yeah, they would have given him like a badge of honor for that. I think that's really sweet that you are willing to do that.
Yeah, and that's another thing that y'all had self-accountability. And I think a lot of people miss the mark with self-accountability when dealing with children, especially boys, holding them accountable. Like, that is a part of, like, that's our job as guardians, parents, aunties, uncles. Hold our niece and nephew, our kids accountable. And we don't even hold ourselves accountable. If they're wrong, don't just chastise them and tell them they're wrong. Explain to them why they're wrong and how to be better next time. And I think we leave off that how to be better the next go around. We just like pointing the finger and downing them.
Or excuse behavior. Boys will be boys.
Just like the simple as cleaning the room. Why don't boys have to clean their rooms? Why? Because like, now I got some parents that don't play either whether it's boy or girl, but like in the world, it's like, oh, boys leave stinky socks around, boys scratch the balls or do some weird like. But then you wonder why. But if a girl get her a wedgie out, you do that in your room. But here's the extra fucked up part about this is because you have that mindset
when you raise boys, where boys will be boys. They don't have to do anything. They're watching their sister slave, take care of any other siblings. They're watching your sister help cook while their father, if he's around, may not do that. And you wonder why you have these people in these marriage groups complaining how their husbands don't do anything. Because they're never taught to. They were never encouraged to do anything because their mother or whoever did it for them because they weren't accountable. Like, speaking of accountability, I can give you a prime example of not holding your sons accountable when it goes severely wrong. And we can also go ahead and tie that in with the fucked up double standard, right? I have a brother, a person that I share parents with, and I have almost 4.5, almost 5-year age gap for reference. I'm older. I've always been the mature one. Always had my head screwed on tight and always have and continue to think decisions through before I do them. I do not make decisions, whether big or small. She can attest to this, lightheartedly. I don't be like, whatever. I mean, if it's not like where you're going to eat, like I'm not thinking about that too hard but major life decisions, I thought about them long and hard. Even they may not have turned out the way I wanted them to, they weren't done lightheartedly. Mm-hmm. And I've always been that way. And if anybody who knew me, the person we share parents with is the complete opposite in that regard. My mother at one point said he's never been the best decision maker. Now, he's not stupid, but when it comes to making the decision, sometimes the thought pattern or the thought process to finalize it doesn't always click. Why? I don't know. I feel like when your parents make all your decisions for you and don't hold you accountable and encourage you to think things through because they're afraid you're going to go off, I feel like the critical thinking wasn't fostered. That's just my personal opinion. But so there's that. But mind you, remember, I'm the mature one, level-headed. I wouldn't say my grades were shitty, but I wasn't in trouble. Okay. I wasn't allowed to have boys in my room. They weren't allowed to stay over. I wasn't allowed to sleep over there. None of those things, right? On the other side, this motherfucker got to let his girlfriend stay over. He had a friend. They were in the same grade. His girlfriend was a grade behind him. And they would let him stay out there like every week. And I'm like, if he's not messing with her, then he's messing with somebody in that household, okay? Like every weekend. Needless to say, I to this day have no biological children. And they had one in high school. Fucked up double standard, because the one that would have been smart enough to use protection wouldn't have done it. Wouldn't have had no kids. Obviously, don't have no kids. Because I think things through. Fucked up double standard. And I remember this. My mother said this. Well, if she gets somebody pregnant, I'm not responsible. That's what she said. And I made her eat those words when she and I purchased a crib, changing table, and things for that baby at her house. Fucked up double standard for sure. And I know people be like, y'all don't have kids. You do you know? For those of you who are new to us, we met working with the children that came to us after their parents fucked them up or caregivers fucked them up. That's the layman's way to explain it. Like, they came from all walks of life. Their parents didn't hold them accountable. There were no repercussions for their bad behaviors. They're getting suspended and going to pick out iPads. Like, who does that? They harm them physically, emotionally, sometimes sexually. And we were part of their journey and their healing journey. So that's one way we know a lot about kids and kids' behavior, because we went to school for it. And then we worked in that field for 10 plus years before we pivoted. And we were kids. A lot of people forget that you and I were once kids, and we forget how things felt. We forgot how when we were told to do certain things how it made us feel, or how we weren't allowed to express ourselves, how it dimmed our lives. And now as an adult, we're working to actively undo the stuff that's happened in our childhood. That's what we do. We actively put in the work in ourselves, and we are committing to helping other people do the same thing as well. So before y'all say, y'all have kids.
And another light bulb is that if those who had kids always did right by their kids, there wouldn't be no need for us as counselors. So if you're that person that has that mindset that people who don't birth children can't speak on parenting, then make sure that the ones birthing the kids are great parents, because I know some shitty ass parents that birth kids
and
adopted and treat them like shit.
Some of the stories
I got kids that I work with on all levels that love me more than they love their own parents, because I listened to them, treated them like a human being, and cared about their feelings.
People forget that kids are people.
Yes.
Their feelings.
And I listened to them. I told them they were handsome and smart. You know what I'm saying? I didn't let people bully them. I protected them. All the things that kids want from their parent, they got from Miss Tia, the non-parent, that was more parent than the parent. So I like to make that very clear, and I'm big on that, because people so quick to, you ain't got no kids.
There's a reason
I didn't birth children, but trust me, I understand children.
There's a reason why my nephew's mother makes an active part to like keep him from talking to me. There's a reason why. And no, I'm not harmful to him. I'm harmful to her agenda, and I'm harmful to what she portrays. Because I'm a straight shooter. I'm not going to lie. If he asks me, I will always respectfully answer his questions. And it is what it is. And she's a liar. So that is what it is. And he's like, I was like, do I ever lie to you? He's like, no, you never lied to me. Okay, well, who do you think you trust? Last thing I heard was a few months ago, when you're talking about a 23-year-old man and a 6-year-old girl, he doesn't love you for your personality. He loves you because of your age. People don't like to talk about that. Or like when you got like a 30-year-old man dating an 18-year-old. To me, that counts the same.
And then it was go ahead and read
that counts the same, because you technically did it legal, but what do you have in common with an 18-year-old? She was like, some would say vice versa for a 23-year-old and a 16-year-old boy, at least in my mind. I mean, agreed. Because there's a reason why they're not dating somebody their own age. Now, I'm not talking about people like 50, 30. We're not talking about that. We're talking people in their teens, whether they're legal or not, and people a lot older.
But it was I watched the reel today, and they drugged that man, because the guy was saying, he was pretty much saying how he's in his 30s. He don't date nobody 30 and over, because he was like, I can't deal with it. He likes dating younger, because he said my program. That was what, and everybody just like, I lost it with. So pretty much, he, in so many words, he's saying he date younger because he can control them.
They're impressionable
and program them into whatever they want.
Women his age already hip to his shit.
Yeah, and they not putting up with it.
Right.
That's trifling
as hell. She said, listen to the little things, or they won't tell you the big things, because to them, they've always been the big things unknown. You know what? And it's so true, because kids will take some of the stuff that seems minute to us. Because remember, they don't have real life bills. They don't have real life stresses. They don't have coworkers. All they have is school. If they go to church, the people they interact with in their circle, maybe any extracurricular activities, and that's it. They don't have the same pressures that you and I have. So you're right. To us, it seems little, but to them, it's huge, because that's their world. Like, I used to be able to keep up with all kinds of facts and drama and gossip people. Like, mind you, I always listened. I was never really in it, but I listened. I used to keep track. Can't keep track of that shit now. I don't know. You tell me. Forgotten. Next.
And another thing is, working in the school system, I didn't work for the schools. I worked for an agency that came into the schools. And these kids deal with so much before 8 a.m.
They do. Sometimes they do.
Like, it's so crazy. Like, you going to school to learn, they're getting bullied. They're getting talked about. And then, you know what I'm saying, all the other added isms that other people have to deal with on top of that. It's a lot.
Yeah. Oh, so she said driving from their adult job to go pick up their significant other from the high school and the parent pickup drop off line.
What?
That is a bit extreme. Thank y'all. Oh, bad mommy. You didn't watch him pick up his toys. Oh, to him, that was his world. So I get it. I mean, he was upset. I mean, he'll be okay in the grand scheme of things. But to him, that was his life.
Highlight of his day.
He was picking up his toys. Look, mommy, I did it.
Yeah. But you gotta also understand there are some, as adults, you want like the hearing and feeling of being appreciated and valued doesn't end. You know what I'm saying? Because people want to hear I'm beautiful, I'm smart, even as an adult.
Yeah. Start telling that shit. I was stressed the other day, and Silas said, "Mommy, please don't be sad. Be happy, mommy." Oh, what a sweetie pie! To him, in that moment, he was doing a great job, and I didn't notice. Yeah, that was a big to him and his little,
So his
little as in
so,
small.
and I'm gonna tell you that right there, and I don't know your kid, but right there, that tells me. One, generally most males, words of affirmation are generally their love language.
Yep.
Because of how the makeup of men are, generally that, and right there, he just wanted you to pay attention and
tell him good job.
So his love language, I guarantee you, if it's not high on the score, or is it, will be acts of words of encouragement.
Words of affirmation for sure.
Yep.
I had an ex like that who you never acknowledge. You never just say good job. I'm like, why should I say good job for you doing a bare minimum? But to him,
but the thing is,
that was a man child. But I get what you're saying.
You gotta start somewhere though, and like you can't. I know we get so caught up on the grand scheme of things that we forget to live in the moment.
Yeah.
To you, it's like you're supposed to do that, but there are so many other things that they could be doing, like a kid getting good grades. We could easily say you're supposed to, but with all the stressors that you deal with in school, I'm glad and I'm happy that you stay focused. It's not even about the grades. It's about the odds up against these kids today. And guess what? You still did it.
Think about
I'm proud of you.
I think a lot of us forget how hard school was. Like middle school and high school, there were parts of it that were really hard. And we didn't have social media. We didn't have camera phones. So we didn't have people watching and uploading our most embarrassing and vulnerable moments. Like you could have a vulnerable moment and not have the world see it 10 minutes later and have to relive it over and over and over again.
And now people getting paid to drag you because those videos go viral.
Yes.
And now somebody is getting paid off your misery.
Yes.
Like that's terrible.
Yes. So yeah, our biggest fear was, if you send nudes, be careful, people might leak them. But it wasn't as easy to do as it is now. It is so easy now, like to leak somebody's nudes. You literally trip and fall, and like before you can get back up, your fall video is on. Like, is that crazy? Nobody asked you, did you need help? Are you okay? And your video is on Facebook, like, yo, and they got you, they done turned into a slow-mo. Or made a GIF and leave you right here, like. Or made a GIF, so you type in fall, now your face is all over, or meme. So now you in the next version of what do you meme for the rest of your life. Like, I can't imagine that. Ooh. Girl, I can't imagine being high school, middle school, upper elementary. I can't imagine being in school nowadays with the phones. And the school systems have made it really hard for the teachers to do their job effectively. And I had to jump down a kid behind because I'm sitting there in the class, not for her. My client was in the class. My client didn't do nothing wrong. This girl bopped the little girl in the head. She was a Spanish student, didn't speak much English, and I went off. If anybody know me, I don't play bullying at all. I don't like adult bullying. I don't like it. Even though I wasn't in there for her, I look. I said, did you just hit her? I was like, okay.
Let's take this out of here. I got them to put her mother on the phone. I said, she needs some days home. There's no way. You thought it's funny. And I said, the fact that y'all sitting around here laughing with her, maybe y'all need some days too. And they was like, because they all know that their parents, she started crying because she know her mama don't play that. But you in here acting the fool. Oh, well. Right. Call your mama.
But can you imagine if somebody recorded
that
and now that person has relived being bopped in the head while it goes viral?
And then you go to high school and videos don't go away. They're going to bring you back. You remember this?
Think about how many Vine videos have resurfaced. Even though the Vine don't,
Yeah. So. Yeah, there's a lot of double standards in this world.
For sure.
And that just goes to show you that, in my opinion, that your sexuality is not like, oh, yeah, I'm going to wake up and be this today. Like, it's who you are. And a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? People don't want to admit it. It's who you are. Like, I knew I liked women at 5. And most people are like, oh, you don't know that young. The same way I know I didn't like eggs when I was 5. It's the same. It's that simple.
Or here's a better one. I was 2. Well, no, baby food. You start introducing your kids to little jars of baby food. Somebody can recall peas. 35 years old, I still don't like peas.
Right, it's really that simple. But people make it more complex. Well, they don't know who they love. You don't know who you love even you 50. So, like, it's not saying just because I knew what I liked doesn't mean that I knew. Like, I'm not going to understand the grand scheme of love and relation. Like, no one does. But you know what you like. And, like, I had to foster my own life when I went to college. So it looked like I started liking girls when I went to college, when I always liked girls.
But you're not the first gay or lesbian person who said that. Like, you knew early.
Yeah. So when it's not that hard. You know what you would like. But the funny thing is, and I told a teacher this, that's another double standard on a kid level. Their son, mind you, they told me that kids don't know that young, right? Kids don't know that young. But if his son went to school at 5, kindergartner, Daddy or Mommy, I got a girlfriend. It's like, oh, where she at? So don't be touching, and they joke about it. Let that same little boy come and say he got a boyfriend. Oh my God, no, I'm putting you on the altar. Where's the altar? Like, it's a whole different fiasco. It's a whole different fiasco.
Ooh, here's a good one. The problem with pounding a square peg into a round hole is not that hammering is hard. You're destroying the peg. I wish people understood that when it came to children. I saw a video where someone went up to random people on the street and asked, when did you know you were straight? The amount of people that stopped in silence and said I was born that way. Oh. Ooh. But let's get into that too. Like, just another way that shows that your sexuality is not chosen. Now, I'm not a man hater. Neither is she. But statistically, men are not safe for women. Statistically. Most of the people who harm us are men. Statistically. Most of the people who stalk and harass and do all the nasty things to us are men. But, and some men are very skeevy. There's some great men, but there are a lot of skeevy men. But women still date men hoping that they're not a skis bucket. Men are women's biggest predator, and women still date them. Like, you don't know. You go on this date with this dude. He might be the best man. You have a great time. You might part amicably, or he could be your next stalker. You don't know that. You go, he seems nice. He puts on a good front. You meet him, and then you never know what you're going to get. She said, well. She said, agreed. Do men go out for hogs and worry about not coming home? Bingo! Exactly. Like, we have to be careful when and where we jog. We are instructed to not jog at night. Make sure if you do walk and you exercise outside, get gas during the day, or I make sure it's really well lit if I have to get gas at night, like really well lit. and preferably not in the middle of nowhere. See, men don't think about this stuff. They tell you not to jog at night. They tell you if you do jog during the day, to make sure you don't jog the same way or walk the same route twice. They tell you to switch up your route. Men don't have to worry about that. They put on their jogging shoes on. They put headphones in. They tell us not to do that either. And they jog 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. La, la, la. The odds of them having something happen to them are a lot lower than I do it at 5 feet. She said, y'all, this damn phone is getting you. Oh, some iPhones.
Oh, it's all good.
iPhone autocorrect has been doing us dirty lately. I'm like, who told you to say that?
You like you need to hook on.
But seriously, like you type the word correctly and it changes it. I'm like, who told you to do that?
And before you remember
hit send, you're like, oh damn. One thing I like about it now, you can edit your video in your messages on iPhone. So there's that. Yeah, but that's true. Like we don't think about that. You go out for a jog and you don't know if you're going to bump that guy you bump into is a nice guy who helps you pick your things up after he bumps into you, or he now keeps something off you so he can follow you, has a reason to contact you again. Like, but the fact that women still date them.
Yeah.
It's just point that you can't treat your sexuality, because who in their right mind would do that?
Yeah. And the thing is, it's just like this. And I will tell you, no one, majority of the people in the LGBT community is not looking to be accepted. They've went through enough and finally accepted themselves.
That's the hardest part.
All they doing is want you to respect them. If it's not for you, if your religion say you're going to hell, you don't need to walk down the street. You're going to hell. Like, for what? What does that do? Like, it makes you feel good?
I will say, as a person who used to identify straight up until like 27 years of life, 27? That's about right? 28 when I got married? 27? 28? Who cares? Anyways, it's a mindset. You have to literally come to terms and come to peace with your sexuality. You really do. I know I did. I had to, at the time I identified as Christian, I was like, damn, like I'm really going to hell for this. Oh well. Like that's kind of how you just have to make a peace with it. Like, do I want to be happy or do I want to care what other people think?
I just never cared enough.
Right. Well, but you also had more time to sit on your sexuality. You never like, you weren't like in your late 20s. You're like, oh shit.
Well, I accepted myself early on in life.
That was the point.
Yeah. It wasn't sitting. I was just like, this is me.
No, I'm not saying
whoever don't like it.
Not literal. Stop being so literal. Yeah. Being so literal. She said, when I first got with my husband, I got mad that he kept the door ajar at the gas station. I always shut and lock it. I had to explain to him. He was so appalled that he never had to think like that. Girl, I'm awful with that. I'll leave the door open, music blaring, but I'm fully aware of my surroundings. So I look around and see where I'm at if it's looking crazy. But I also go gut too. Sometimes I shut the door. Happiness is truly all that matters. She said, I've had a girlfriend and being raised in a Baptist church tell y'all I cried when I caught feelings because what is wrong with me? Yeah, I had that like, it can't be right. I mean, I didn't cry, but I definitely had to really be at peace with the possibility that if heaven and hell is real and if truly identifying as the way that I was born makes me go to hell, then I guess I'm going to hell. Like, you can't control how you feel. Like, looking back, there were probably some signs that I probably was bisexual, but I guess I never truly met a woman that really made me question or care. I always identified as straight. I loved, everybody knew me and I loved that lot of dick. So when the feelings came, I was just like, this is weird. This is different. And I had to ponder, like, these feelings are the same, like how I feel for guys. I really had to like walk myself through that. She said, I grew up with Jehovah's Witness and that ruined religion forever with me. I can understand that.
I grew up Christian and I'm no longer identified. I'm very spiritual. Mm-hmm. However, I don't connect with no religion. And when I tell you that was the best decision for me. Now I still have family members who I respect. They're Christian.
Same.
I'm not one-sided. I know how to disconnect myself from an organization and still respect the people connected to it.
Yes.
The problem is that a lot of Christians don't know how to do the same. They spew hate out of their mouth towards anybody who's not Christian or once was Christian and no longer Christian. But they don't know, like, look, you can be you. stand for what you stand in and respect it. That's not for me.
That. I always check my back seat when I leave and get in, even if the door is locked as lock can be. I get
Check
in
under that thing.
I immediately lock the door. I get in, lock.
It's crazy what we got to do.
Like immediately. And the crazy thing is, before I even open the door, I check to make sure there's nobody about to run up waiting for me to open the door. Because sometimes they be quick with it. Like, but men don't have to think about that at all. No, honey, there was nothing wrong with you. Nothing wrong with me. Nothing wrong with her. Nothing.
And the crazy thing is I'm also a huge target to men because I'm a threat to a lot of men. Because I had a coworker who we were really tight at work at the same place that we worked. Her boyfriend did not like me at all. Never met the man. I mean, seen him when he picked her up. Always spoke because I'm polite. But then she was like, oh yeah, his girlfriend before me left him for a woman.
Ooh.
But like, you can't not like, so now he don't like no women that look like me. Because like, but bruh, I ain't do it. And all people are not the same. And that's where I always tell people there's a difference between me and a lot of people. I deal with people individually based off how they treat me.
Yeah.
I don't group people. And that goes for race, culture, sexuality, anything. I deal with the individual person.
Kaylin can't talk to one of her 15-year-old friends because the girl's boyfriend don't like that she's happy around her than him.
Well, bro, you need to check yourself.
Right. Why? Right. Like, can you figure out why? Clearly you're lacking something. Maybe you should evaluate why.
But my thing is, why I'm mad at her female friend, like, figure out, that's another male ego. Is men think they to give God's gift to a woman, so they don't think nothing they do is wrong. They don't think they have to change. They don't think they have to figure anything out.
15. Right. And this is the problem because he wasn't taught accountability. Everybody's always the problem because, men are God's gift to women.
Yes.
And how dare your female friend connect with you in a way that I as a male can't. So you can't hang out with me anymore. And the fact, and what makes it really sad is that the friend doesn't have the balls to realize that's a gigantic red flag. That is a huge red flag in a relationship at any age, especially that age. That's a huge red flag.
Like, how are you starting that young?
Right. But the fact that she is so willing to go along with it to keep him, that's a huge red flag. And I'm going to send all the positive vibes that she exits that relationship on her own terms safely. Because that is huge.
At 15.
Domestic violence, and they be smacking each other up in high school too. Don't think it's because they're not adults. They don't live with each other.
Oh, yeah, they do.
And that's how abusive relationships starts. It starts little stuff like that.
At school.
And not even that, just little stuff like they take, that friend makes you too happy, you can't act with her. And they chip away at your support network. So when they do upside your head, you have nobody to call because you cut off everybody. It's done so slow. Most people don't even realize it's happening until they're like, damn, who can I call? And you're like, damn, he's got a problem with this person. And it's a lot. She said, I had that with race with the father of my daughter. And then his race said, Black women did not like me at all.
Oh,
I hate it for that girl. Her parents allow it. Her parents are weird. Yeah. I dated a white guy once in high school, once in college. I did two different. Briefly in high school and one in college, and some of the looks and comments. But my thing is, I don't care who people date. I don't give a fuck. As long as you're consenting adults, you treat people right, like, I don't give a fuck. The issue that I have, especially with Black men dating, when they date, are the ones, not all, are the ones that bash Black women in the process. Like the person I share parents with was a prime example of that one. He later said that it wasn't that. It was a cover because that's what was attracted to him. He's like, I like Black women, but they don't like me. I don't knock it. But my thing is, you don't have to bash. I mean, I didn't do it. in the process. Love who you like. Like, I get it. You like people based off proximity. You like certain things about the person. You like the way the hair flow. I don't care why. That's my thing. She's like, I just love. Me too.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for love. Like, I don't care what the color is. I hang out with everybody.
That part. That's the part that drives me nuts. Like, why are you bashing black? That's the only issue I have. Other than that, date who you date. I don't give a damn.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I don't like the bashing.
I don't like that. Like your parents, your mom, your aunt, your grandma. Come on now. Unless you're fucking, I don't care. Be happy. That's how I feel. Like, I don't care. Do what you want. Like, why are you stereotyping? Right, and I don't even fit the stereotype. I mean, I kind of look like it now with the hair.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing.
Kind of, but I don't fit the stereotype at all.
They think people with locks is like the hood is and smoke weed.
We don't smoke.
I'm not
we
ratchet.
don't smoke.
Now I can, like, if you close to me in a intimate space, I act silly and all that. But like every day, like Steph knows, when I see somebody in the store, yes, God, and I'm just like.
But you know what the crazy thing is? One of the hesitations was dyeing my hair because I didn't want people to approach me and assume I was ratchet based off the color of my hair.
I'm glad she did it.
Me too. And then I did.
Wife that's crazy.
But I was like, that was when I was like, dang, I hope they don't think that because they're gonna be so upset.
That was a part of your liberating.
They're going to be so upset and they think I'm ratchet, and I am not at all, honey. Not
and
at
people
all.
Think I'm ratchet too, and I don't.
All.
Like, we jokingly being ratchet, that's fun. But like, that is your demeanor, and you think being toxic and
treating you
and drama and all of that is like, that's you.
This chick was drunk at a bar and I was pregnant and she was ready to fight me after bumping into her on accident. I don't like them people. They be looking for fights.
Yes, they do.
They be like, they bump you, be like, excuse you. I'm like, bitch, you bumped me, excuse you. Really.
Right.
But they be, those motherfuckers be looking
then you
for
be
fights.
Like, then that's when you tell them, closed mouths don't get fed. Neither do closed legs. You need to open them. Maybe you can get some.
She said, this bitch out here taking all our black men.
Oh, wow.
Here, I feel that most of the time, Black men who exclusively date outside their race don't vibe with Black, and it's okay. Trust me, and it's okay. Like, they're just not a good match. So I feel like those that do it, they're not a good match. So they're not taking. He's where he wants to be. So you can't take something from somebody if they don't want to be there. If that makes sense.
That does make sense. I don't like that.
You can't take them. They don't want you. Obviously, I mean,
right. But my thing is, nobody wants you anyway.
Right. Like, me too. Like, how does this affect my ability to think? Girl. She said you only took one or a few. I really don't know. Only one. Only one.
Yeah, but like, my thing is, like, I don't like I'm not a one-sided person, and Steph could tell you. Yeah. Like, what I feel somebody shouldn't do to me, I shouldn't do to them either. And I don't like the bashing. Like, that to me, that was like,
that's unnecessary.
That's unnecessary. Like, you mad at the wrong people.
Yeah.
Like, at that point, I'd be like, you mad at why she ain't do nothing to you?
Nothing. Right.
Nothing. Like, why are you mad at her? And then they'll call me Uncle Tom and be like, you supposed to be taking up for. No, I don't take up just because you look like me. If you wrong, I'm gonna tell you wrong.
Let me dig it. I've heard this argument before, and some men feel that Black women can't be submissive. You can't submit to trash. Women are not going to submit to a man who's not submissible. Like, you have to be a leader. So no, black, white, orange, purple, green, blue is not going to submit. Woman is not going to submit to no man that's not worth submitting to. If he's not a leader, if he's not somebody you can trust, if he's not somebody you can stand on. So no, correct. Yes, some Black women are not going to be submissive to those men because they're not anything worth submitting to. So I'll leave the rest of the sentence off. I can't help it. I'm fly.
Right, Jen.
And she said, yo, and a man they can't trust. Heavy on the trust. We can submit to a child. Right. No, correct. If they were men worth submitting to, they wouldn't be able to make that statement.
Right.
But they take passive least resistance.
They playing games.
That's it.
They playing games because You want somebody to, like, it's this power struck thing. Like,
it is.
It's like, why do you, they focus on the wrong thing. Because this is my thing. When you speak that person love language with intention, and you love them from a pure heart, and you love them like they should be loved, like, and I'll give you an honest example. Like, we love to cook together. Steph loved to cook separately. Like, there was a period where, like, cooking had ceased almost in our house, like when we was back in Texas. When we realized, like, we know we're so connected that we know, like, something off between us. And it's not like arguing or nothing like that, but we know, like, something ain't right. And we sit down and we talked about it. Literally, when I started speaking, like, back to regularly speaking her love language, and it, we get busy, we just lose track. And you got to reel yourself back in, self-accountability. I lied to you not, y'all. Dinner was ready when I came home that night. Like, it's literally that simple. You want people to submit to emptiness. Her love tank, where the shirt at? Right here. No, I'm gonna get back up.
Oh.
Her love tank is on E, but you want her to fill your cup up on E. You can't love from an empty cup. You can't serve from an empty cup. The moment that I start speaking her love language again, listen, brought to my attention, we both understood where we needed to fix things. It's like, I'm enjoying cooking again. You don't want anybody cooking your food angry?
No, you want your food cooked with love. I said
no, but I'm just saying that was a good example.
No, because I tell you, as my mother, you could always taste the difference in the food if she didn't want to cook it. And you would ask her, what'd you do differently? And she'd be like, nothing. But it would taste different because you could tell she just did it out of obligation, not because she really wanted to.
I don't like stuff like that. I don't like nobody doing nothing.
I mean, but she was married, kids,
right.
That type of thing. But I get it. But she didn't want to do it. You could tell. It showed. And I'm not saying the food was gross. It just wasn't. You taste it
when they put that elbow in.
If I'm mad cooking, it's gonna be fucked. Yes, and you be making some of the dumbest mistakes. You be like, damn, burnt that. Damn, forgot this crucial ingredient. Now shit stuck to the pan. Like, for sure.
So I mean, that's why it's like, I just remember that one time where
that's a good one.
Speaking love language is super important. Like, and that's why this design is just awesome because I'm big on the love tank. And like I said, you keeping your spouse love tank on E, and somebody gonna be waiting to fill it. And men have love languages too. I'm a big advocate for guys, good guys. Even though I don't date them romantically, I'm a big advocate for them because I know a lot of good men. I know good men that want to take care of their kids and they want to do right by the person they with. Yeah. So, and a lot of times we love easy. We love like how we want to be loved. Ooh, I like this. So you go out and you buy some flowers. And when that person be like, I don't like this, you ungrateful. You just throw them something. That is not loving with intention.
It's the thought that counts, right?
I don't like that saying. I despise that saying. It's a lot of sayings that I despise growing up. Yeah.
Oh, she said, what are your love languages? Mine
is quality time tied with physical touch. And I took the test years ago. And then I took it again with Steph and I when I deployed. And we both read the book together again. And because we were both in different spaces, the second go around, we,
I think once we're moving it settled, you should take the test again. See what they say. See if anything shifted.
Why do I need to take it again?
Because
that's
what? The reason why you get called a party.
No.
But I think you should take it again. Mine is quality, not quality, I don't care. Mine is gifts and acts of service. Acts of service and my husband's quality time. Yep.
Yeah, my quality time is bigger than physical touch. And it's tough. I feel like that's a tough one. And you know,
physical touch is one of those, it ranges from simple things like simple gestures to like different intimate acts. Like, and that's not a blanket one size fit all. Like, some may fall in physical touch and they love to cuddle, and some physical touch that also includes sex. Acts of service and he's words of affirmation, physical touch. That most men I think fall under those for sure.
Yeah, the affirmations and touch
for sure.
Generally, like when I've talked to a lot of guys, they definitely, because so much is on their shoulders.
He's a typical man.
But so much is on their shoulders. And like, people don't really understand the weight that's on men's shoulders. Not the trifling men, but a good man has a lot on their shoulders. A lot is expected of them. And people don't foster spaces for their men to be vulnerable and open. So therefore, you know, they want to hear, like, if you're don't get in that habit. If they doing a good job, and like, not good job based off you, but look at the man you got compared to the shit that's out here in this dating pool that's mixed with piss and acid. Just look out there. And if you got a halfway decent human laying beside you at night, just tell him I appreciate you. Because you could be the shit that's coming pulled out of this dating pool today. You know what I'm saying? We all got things that we need to work on. We all not perfect, but I believe in honoring the person you lay beside. Tell them you appreciate them. Like, we got to stop assuming, like, men, trust me, if a man is given the space to be vulnerable, you will see that side of him. They got to trust you. Because I know a lot of women, catty and petty, the men who have opened up to women and told them their soft side and got vulnerable, when they mad at them, they throw it in their face or blast them on social media or do videos. And then you wonder why you got these hard, tough men don't say nothing. If they cry, they go in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying?
You got to be that soft spot.
You got to be, you do. You have to. They got to deal with this jacked up world. And then they come home and they got to deal with a jacked up spouse too. That's always complaining. Nothing they do ever right. They're just nagging all day long. And like, even if it's something that's not right, before you open your mouth to complain, open your mouth to appreciate. That is the rule of thumb.
Should be.
Before you open your mouth to complain, open your mouth to appreciate. When was the last time, you gotta ask yourself, when was the last time I actually appreciated with intention, not out of obligation? That's the thing. People know when something out of obligation.
Excuse me, sorry to charge.
Like, I tell my wife she's beautiful all the time. And I mean it.
She funny. Hey. She said I tell him often I appreciate him and his efforts. Oh, that's sweet.
They need to hear that. They need, it's a must. And don't wait for people to ask. Do it. They need it. And even if you think they not listening, they are. Because, like, I'll be honest, I don't like compliments, and I have some trauma behind that I'm working on. But hearing it speaks to my soul. Even though I don't verbalize it sometimes, it speaks to me and I need it and I appreciate it. And that's building up. You got to realize that emotional side of most men was stripped from them at a young age. So it's deep.
Yep, the don't cry, man up.
Man up. So their emotions like down to their ankles. And every time you speak to that, it just creep up the leg, creep up to it's in the heart. And now they can begin to say thank you. And they're going to come back once they get the confidence and you built them up. That piece of them, they come ready to love. They come ready to be protector and whatever you desire them to be. But that side of them, there's always a side of your spouse you got to speak to for a little bit. before you get a verbal reaction to it.
True. It is a huge one. Another good thing I learned, love language. If a woman's love language is physical touch and she holds her hand out to her significant other and they don't hold their hand, that is the worst thing that could have happened because she just offered the highest act of love to them and they turned it down. Yes, we said we were going to do a series on that. Like what the worst thing you can do if your partner's love language is. Because it seems like like we talked about earlier with the kids, like it seems like a minor act, but to them it was a huge thing. Like that's something that they do and they love and appreciated it and they needed it to be reciprocated. So that's true. Thank you for the confirmation on that. Preach. I complained about my house earlier, but I said all the things I was grateful about it. Yes, honey.
Yeah,
we are definitely in the season of gratitude because girl, yeah, might as well be in the hotel without the housekeeping, really. Really. We're moving. So excited.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful to be in a house where I'm not cooped up in a hotel room with people closing doors and kids running up and down the hallway at 6 a.m. screaming, making my dogs bark. Grateful.
I'm grateful for consistent income. I took that rent proudly to the rental office yesterday because these stupid systems they got nowadays online, they want to charge me an extra $10 to pay my rent. Get out of here.
That's so dumb.
I will go get me a cashier check. I'm grateful. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because some people couldn't pay their rent, and if they did, it was a struggle. I'm grateful that
pay rent, you still eating.
And still eating. I'm glad we over that hump in life.
Yeah.
But that's why I always say quitters never win and winners never quit. As long as you don't quit, you always winning and learning.
She said she agrees with you.
Mm-hmm.
So look at their running water and lights. Grateful. Yes, grateful. I ain't paying mine till Friday, and I'm gonna pay the $10. That $10,
that be irking my soul.
No, because that adds up. Because you multiply that times 12, and that's $120. That's like
I ain't giving them.
That's an insurance payment I could have made. That's like that's my renter's insurance for a year. Right. That's a couple seafood bowls.
It's me.
You know.
Don't worry about it. It's just me. I know it's convenient.
It's a mental thing.
It's just me. I be thinking about what I could.
We'd rather spend the $10 elsewhere. I get it.
Yeah.
She said every single coitus act, I say thank you for every time. I don't know why, but it's like the best thing that ever started in our relationship. I like that. I'm gonna do that. I think it's good because it truly is like you're not obligated. People forget that when you're married, you're not obligated to your partner's body. You don't have to. You're still an individual person. And some may disagree. And that's fine. If that's you and your partner agree that that's how that works, and that's fine. But in this household, you're not obligated. That's a good one. I think it's here for a time, just hanging out with me anyways.
Oh yeah, my wife always
because we don't owe each other time. Like of all the bajillions people in the world, we chose each other. She doesn't have to spend time with me. She chose.
I think of these scallywag chicken heads out here. You know,
she said, "Stop it. Time is money." It is, but it's so going to get a cashier's check is not out of the way. Like we can walk to Navy Federal from our house. Like you pass by it to get here. Like you can't.
I literally go on my way home.
Oh yeah, you pass by it. Yeah, you pass by Navy Federal to get home. Trust me. If it was like way out the way,
I'll be paying it.
Right.
Now, if I had to go 30 minutes to get to a Navy Federal, but I literally like around the corner is a Navy Federal. So literally the street that I come in, I have to turn on to get to my house. So I go boop.
She said, "Oh, pass me a referral code." Oh, she's also said she tells him thank you too. I like that.
I think they're still doing them. I got you.
Oh yes,
I can look into that.
We'll see y'all. I'll see you in the morning.
See ya.
Bright and early. Bright and early.
We about to be out too.
For sure, because we gotta get up and go to work too.
Yep.
We've been at this thing.
I really enjoy y'all. I got you. I'm gonna look into that. I think they might still.
They do Friends and Family Day sometimes.
Yeah, I'll ask about it. I got you. But make sure if you got people who evening owls, not necessarily night hours, but evening hours. And enjoy a good adult convo with a drinky drink or not, because that's not a requirement to join.
Jen said she had her wine and a straw today.
You can invite them to our page, to like our page. And we have a private lounge group called Reclaim and Recharge Lounge.
I put it again.
That's where we put all of our events. We were doing monthly game night, and we do what we call our roar sessions, where we can just people come and vent. But we are revamping our mentorship program, and those will be added into that. Like we mentioned before.
Ooh, yes.
Like we mentioned before, this is a business page. We do these things out of the kindness of our hearts, the games and all of that. But when you do see a business post, a real business post, please show it the same love. If you have not, you go to those 3 dots in the corner on the page and click notification and put all. Some of y'all might not be seeing everything because you don't have it all. And periodically go back and check, because there were groups that I were in and I checked all. And then when I went back, Facebook just on its own put it back to the relevant.
And if you're watching from the page and not the group, just make sure you're still liked and follow. Those are apparently not the same thing anymore.
Nope.
So just make sure that even though you like the page, you are following the page. And I think you might be able to do the 3-dot trick to make sure you see notifications as well. Like you can put us as your favorites. So that way when you see stuff that's not as jumping as Family Feud at this moment, that will be changing. You can still interact and show that some love too.
Yeah. Our brand is big on using a fun approach to transformational journey. And so that's why we transformational mentors, we show people how to bring back or create something fun to help them through their transformational journey. And that's what our mentorship program, which we'll be launching in second quarter, will be all about. We have classes we offer. We have a full 12-week mentorship program we offering. And we are doing a whole rebranding. So working on that in the background right now, and be ready sometime second quarter to launch and rebrand. We will always be Hey SK. That's who we are. That represents our initials. But the name of our brand, like as a whole, will be changing. But we'll always be Hey SK. So that won't ever change. But when you find your purpose and you find your niche and narrow down to your target audience, you have to make some necessary changes. So when people see that, they know us. Trust me, we are never going anywhere. But it's all a part of business, rebranding and, putting things out there. I'll also be bringing back some services that I once offered. So it's going to be fun. Just remember us when you're having your family reunion trips, your birthday parties for your kids, just because gifts, proposals, bride party proposals, whatever. We've always loved custom items, even before we had our business.
Yep.
If you knew us back then, we always had matching shirts, matching t-shirts that we purchased from a local shop. So we were always big on local, shop small, because that go back into somebody's household. Anything you want to talk about? Anything that you want to talk about? You want us to talk about? You can shoot Steph or I, whatever the topic is, and we'll, give our view on it and then spark up a convo. That's what these type of things are done for. We are Hey SK18 on all platforms. So make sure you following us on all platforms. And we have 2 YouTube channels that once we move and get things organized, we'll definitely be pointing to those as well.
Yep. We are live on one of them now, though.
Yeah, we're live on one of them right now. So if you're on YouTube, hey, how you doing? We have a lot of great things, and I know everybody can't be at everything all the time, but we do appreciate to support, to promote. It costs nothing to promote. It costs nothing to share or at least refer. Even if the person don't buy, like you can't make someone buy, but check us out. Check our workout. You can start small just to see how I work. We also have our It's Worth It, You're Worth It box subscription box is coming. That will be a monthly subscription box. It'll have an inspirational tea, some products in there for women, and if it's a mailbox, some products in there for males, and a candle. And now, it's just a monthly inspiration, and it's called You're Worth It, to let you know that you're worth it.
No, I
am worth it. So it'll say I am worth it, but I'm telling you, you are worth it.
Yep.
So it's an I am worth it subscription box to let you know that you can invest in you every month with a nice inspiration tea, a nice some nice female products, and all of that.
Yeah. We are
right behind you.
We are right behind you. Thank you. We love you. Appreciate it.
We love y'all.
This is the energy we need from all of you guys.
Yes. Thank you. Appreciate it. Remember, guys, you are the designer and creator of your destiny. You control your future. Do something daily to get you closer to your goals. This your girl KG. I'm the K from SK. This is my lovely wife Stephanie. She's the S from SK. Y'all have an amazing night and have an amazing day on purpose tomorrow. Thank you. Had another good SK After Dark. See you next Wednesday.